And welcome to France 24. I'm Annette Young, and we begin in Germany, where marches against immigration in Dresden have swelled to 18,000. It's the biggest rally so far since the weekly protests began last October. The demonstrators are angry at what they see as the growing influence of Islam. But counter-demonstrations have sprung up across the country, and the group has been condemned by senior German politicians, including Chancellor Angela Merkel. Diptke Laurent has more.
Cologne's Gothic Cathedral plunged into darkness on Monday evening. It was a sign of solidarity with demonstrators who took to the streets to denounce the anti-immigration Pegida movement.
Today we are sending a democratic message. Lots of people in Cologne are expressing their opinions, stressing that we don't want to have anything to do with right-wing extremists and xenophobes.
From Stuttgart to Berlin, protesters outnumbered those from Pegida, whom they call racist, and received a sign of support from Chancellor Angela Merkel.
We have to show the flag and say that right-wing extremism, xenophobia, anti-Semitism can find no place in our society. And you have always steered yourself against it, even in parts of the country where it is much more present than we would wish. Thank you for that.
Pegida, an acronym for Patriotic Europeans Against the Islamization of the West, first began their rallies in October with just a few hundred protesters. On Monday, a record 18,000 people turned out in Dresden, decrying what they see as a growing influence of Islam, a vision that Pegida supporters say is perfectly justified.
Look, we're insulted. We're openly called racists or Nazis by all the mainstream political parties and media. All of this just because of our legitimate criticism of the German asylum seeker policy and a lack of existing immigration policy.
Germany has some of the most liberal asylum policies in the European Union, with the number of asylum seekers quadrupling in 2014.
And our correspondent in Berlin, Jessica Saltz, has more.
The problem of immigration in Germany remains very difficult and complicated. Many on the right wing are saying that Germany's opening the door to many migrants who are going to come into the country and abuse the country's values and systems. But there are many more people in Germany saying that a country of Germany's size and resources and wealth should actually be letting in a lot more immigrants. But Pegida on these issues is actually quite vague. It's not anti-immigration per se, or at least not so strongly. Neither is it necessarily 100% against asylum. It's quite vague. What it really is pushing at the moment, and quite worryingly, is this idea of Islamization of Germany's culture, which it's saying is happening at quite a fast rate. And with this, it's really feeding off what are quite widespread fears and misconceptions about the religion of Islam in Germany. We're used to associating far-right protests against migrants in Germany with hooligans and thugs, but the protesters turning up at Pegida marches are pensioners, families with children, just showing how far Pegida is getting into the minds of the cross-section of the population here.